And if you'll read down in that very same chapter, it says exactly that. Verse 18, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit. Now the word supplication means fervent, heartfelt, committed prayer. So the Bible tells us here that praying against these demon spirits in fervent prayer is like entering into wrestling. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against these evil forces in prayer. I personally believe this was a time of intense prayer, of seeking God, where Jacob was alone and he had no one else to turn to except God, for he was facing certain death. Now, I don't know what you're facing tonight. I don't know how big your problems are, but I know for certain, if you'll do what Jacob did, if you'll dare to enter into a time of serious prayer, a time of seeking God, a time of worshiping God, a time of getting alone with God, I believe that God will turn your circumstances around, even if you caused them. All right, here we go. So, Jacob was blessed by his father. And he did prosper for 20 years working for Uncle Laban. Even though Jacob was blessed, there was much missing from his personal development, which God required from Jacob in order for Jacob to bear the responsibility that God had for him to bear. He had to cultivate a nation of people that would allow God to bring his awesome word into the earth, bringing salvation through the word of God to humanity as we learned about Jesus. And so this man Jacob, being the father of the nation of Israel, was going to bring a culture, a nature, an understanding of who that nation is. They were going to develop that from Jacob. God had to set his life in order so that the nation of Israel could produce the word of God, that he could walk the earth and bring salvation to humanity. Jacob's life was a key in the result, in the purpose of the salvation of man. There was still much work to be done in Jacob's relationship with God in order to prepare him to carry the title Israel, by which God's people would be forever known, the people of Israel. God would not call them the people of Abraham. God would not call them the people of Isaac. God would call them the children of Israel. Jacob's new name, Israel. His name would forever appear in every single world map ever printed. There was only one thing that was going to bring Jacob to a place of transformation, and that was a supernatural God encounter, because Jacob was a deceiver, and that's what his name said. You are a deceiver. But even as a deceiver, God is able to bless him because his father blessed him. But the blessings on his life were limited. God wanted the blessings on Jacob's life to overflow into generations yet to be born. So God had a major work to do in the life of this man, in his heart, his nature. He had a change. And he's going to go through a typology experience, which is like the new birth of a person coming to Jesus Christ, where the old is gone and everything becomes new. It's a type of our salvation. Jacob realized he's about to die, and his wives are about to die. And when he realized that he could not protect himself at all in any way, at this point, Jacob stopped running and surrendered all to God. At this point, Jacob said, I'm done with doing this my way. From now on, whatever you want with my life, if you can save me out of this, I'm giving my life to you. I only want your will for my life. I don't make any more decisions. You make them all. I'm here to obey and serve. If you haven't come to that place in your life, family, I don't believe you're here tonight by accident. We all need to come to that place in our life where we say, no longer my will, but thy will be done. And that's what Jesus said in the Garden of Gethsemane before the crucifixion.
Thank you for watching Dr. Theo's YouTube channel. We will continue to offer encouraging and life-changing highlights from Dr. Theo's past, present, and future series and messages. Please take the time to like and share the videos. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel.